Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because other...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he puts it through. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They begin with Michel on the ground. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
55. Check 55. Mike. I'm coming. Read 17.
On 2nd and a yard, Winston. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Hey, you don't want to see me. 66.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Winston steps away to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Jameis Winston with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. He hit him earlier in this 1st quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals.
Arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Ready, set. Check, 59, 59. I got one. Check 3. Check. You're out. Check. Get.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stick. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Check, 43. Check.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 55. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the gun, Winston. And get that to Michelle, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground is Michelle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
from just shy of midfield. Winston flushed out right. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
2nd and 5 now. Winston will get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's up and good. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Following the penalty, Michelle trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 21-yard line.
Marty, blue lady. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Easy. Hey, motion. Wait.
Now on 2nd and 16, Winston. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's gonna be a long day. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Check, 50.
On second down, Winston again. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Ready. 525. Green, triple team.
Loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Mike, let's go.
Third and long for Winston. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And an alley to run. Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Let's go, let's go. On the set.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. It's a big run there by McCoy. 63 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken near the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it. This is Michelle. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 23 yards the pickup there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he...
First, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Winston. Buying time to his left. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. They come out here in the I. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Here we go with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. Is there now just an